Hello, my name is Karina and I am documenting my IVF journey. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little special. I have here my husband Anthony with me. I thought it would be a good idea to kind of essentially interview him and see what it's like from a husband's perspective, from a guy's perspective, dealing with all that I'm going through. You guys have clearly heard my perspective, but here's an opportunity, for the guys out there just to be able to relate. So I'm just going to ask a few questions, but Anthony, I don't know if you want to say hi to everyone.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
All right, so it's going to be like a Q&A type of deal. The first question I have, so Anthony, what were your initial thoughts after you heard the doctor essentially tell us that I have diminished ovarian reserve?
Well, without actually knowing what it meant, once I looked it up, I found it's just pretty much saying without treatment, it would be hard for my wife to conceive a child naturally. So the first thing that went on in my head was, would we be able to have one? And, once I thought about that, and then I thought of the financial aspects of it, it seemed like something that could be out of reach. But luckily, something for us that we both were blessed with, that both our jobs enabled us to be able to get on a healthcare plan that would enable her to be able to take those treatments and be covered.
Yeah, it was definitely a blessing. We wouldn't have been able to go through IVF. We've been trying some of the old methods that really didn't work. But yeah, that was a blessing. My next question for you, what was it like seeing me go through the miscarriage, kind of all the aftermath of that? I have a video where I talk about the highs and lows. I mean, there really are no highs, but the lows of going through a miscarriage. So you guys have my perspective, but what was it like for you to kind of witness me go through all of that?
Well, being a man, it's hard to understand the female aspect of it. When I first got in there, when I came back from a training for my job, we sat and talked with the doctor, and we were just joking about 20 seconds before he had told us that we had lost a child. So I was still in the mind state as, I was really happy going in, and this is my first time. And then when it happened, it just was like an emptiness feeling. And being a guy, I can't go through what my wife is going through, but it's made me appreciate her more to see, her aspect and how she's had to deal with it.
Yeah, it was tough. I forgot you were away training on the job. So for like the first few ultrasounds that I had, my mom was with me. And then unfortunately enough, the one that you were able to go to after your training was the one where we found out that our child's heart stopped beating. So yeah, that was kind of an immediate roller coaster, extreme of emotions within a short period of time, I guess.
Highs and lows very fast.
Yeah. My next question for you, what went through your mind as you watched me go through all the injections to prepare myself for the egg retrieval surgery? So now we're kind of fast forwarding to the IVF process, which was almost a year after the miscarriage. So what was it like seeing me kind of go through that, sticking myself night after night?
It's hard to watch. We like to see things done a natural way, and that's how I've always assumed it would be done. So being it done the way it was, it is difficult to see, but seeing how determined she was to go through it, and one day be able to become pregnant, seeing the steps that you have to do, being that unfortunately we have to take it that way. It was a challenge to see, but also it's like enduring as well.
So just two more questions for you. Would you say, or what is your opinion in general, has infertility strained our marriage, or do you think it's made us stronger?
It's definitely made us stronger. Straining to me would be anything else, like a financial problem will come up, or just any other part of it's just a part of marriage. I mean, you have to be able to go through highs and lows together. If you let one little thing strain it, it's a roller coaster of emotions that could strain other parts of the relationship. So if anything has brought us together, it's definitely made us stronger.
Yeah.
We both got to go through it, and we both got to see it through.
I agree. I definitely appreciate you more just for being that support system. Not saying you have to go through tough times to kind of really cherish your spouse, but because we are here, we are in this state, and we're making lemonade out of lemons, it definitely makes me appreciate you more. Appreciate the support that you provide for me. So. Last question. What advice do you have for all the husbands out there, just regarding like their wives and maybe their overall marriages or relationships as they go through the infertility journey?
My best advice would be just stick by your woman's side. I mean, it's tough for them to go through it. You know, my heart goes out to single mothers out there that have to go through that alone. But being a husband, a boyfriend, whatever, you know, state you are in with your relationship, definitely make sure that you're there by their side, you know, every step of the way. At the end of the day, it's a child that you both have to create. One person just can't create it. So you have to be there for her no matter what. And I say, you know, put faith in God. That's a huge thing in our marriage that continues to have us endure certain situations. And, you know, that's a partnership, you know, so make sure to stand by that person and make sure to be there for them.
Agreed. That's really all that I had. I just think those are probably, I would think, top 5 questions that men may have, or may just want to hear another, you know, guy talk about. But if there are any other questions that you guys have that we didn't address today, please leave a comment, and I'll be sure to share that with Anthony so that he can share more of his advice with you guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. We're almost there at the end of our journey. Hopefully within the next few weeks I'll have some good news for you. But please continue to root for us, for me. We're rooting for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.